say enough about media.
That's right.
Media has a tremendous influence. And so we want to use the very strategies that experts in media use for us commercials. We want to use those same tactics and techniques for prevention efforts. So with that, we're thinking media literacy, media advocacy, social marketing, and social media campaign. So what's on your billboards, your social media posts? What's in the view of those individuals that are in your area, right? Want to make sure that it's public, it's visible, and then you want to be able to have a media literacy so that people are understanding what you're trying to convey succinctly. Like in media, you don't have a lot of time, right? Because time is money in media. We're about to hit the big Super Bowl where people are paying the most expensive time and space for advertisement is during the big Super Bowl event. So what we want to do is we want to use some takeaways. If something has to be within 30 seconds, you want that to be the most influential 30 seconds, but in a way in which you're getting the audience gets it and understands it. I often look at billboards now as I'm passing down the street or on the highway. And if I can't understand it within my, 7 to 5 seconds of getting in viewing range of what that billboard is saying, guess what? It's totally missing the point. So we want to be able to do that. So that requires training, y'all. So sometimes you got to get media literate to really understand how to convey it in a succinct amount of time. And then another great thing is deconstruction of media messages to help, especially young people, see how techniques are being used in order to influence them to either purchase or to desire to use some type of substances. Media advocacy is a way in which you're using the media to talk about policy initiatives that are coming up and where you want to spread the news about what this policy will do and why it's important for people to either vote for it or to buy into it and to understand what it means as far as the regulations that are now impacting the community so that it becomes a norm. So you want to use specific tools for advocating, and that's a whole nother training. But I encourage you that if you've ever had or hear about a media advocacy training, to jump in and buy in. Another thing is social marketing. Social marketing is not just social media. You can use social media as a medium, but social marketing is broader than that. It's using and applying the marketing techniques of advertising agencies in order to, instead of getting people to buy a product, to buy into a type of behavior. And that behavior that we're trying to get people to buy into is a prevention behavior, to buy into a wellness choice versus a choice that goes against their behavioral health wellness, okay? So it's consumer driven and it focuses the 4 Ps that you all may be familiar with as product, price, promotion, and place. And so here's some examples of some ads that use the product, price, promotion, and place, and that we're trying to get people to not use. Things like, how many of y'all remember Above the Influence? That was one of the ads that did that. Effective media messages are based on fact. We don't use scare tactics. If you use scare tactics and people find out that you're exaggerating the truth, they're less likely to believe anything else that comes out. So we want to use facts. We want to appeal to logic without trying to force it on people. And then hopefully that logic that they grasp mentally, if they have a change in attitude or an increase of knowledge, that is what all they need in order to, through the Prochaska's stages of change, that's all they need to work towards the desired behavior change. All you gotta do is get them where it's an increase of knowledge or an increase of skill or a change of attitude.